Hey, fragrance family, how's it going? It's been a while for me, but not for you guys. I just got back from a kind of a spring break, so deflated for a week. Ended up only doing one video. I want to do a few more creative ones when I was out there, but I had to deflate. So that's what I did. Sometimes you got to do that. The main brand I tested out there, and I'll get into why it was the main one I did. It's House Full of People. And one lady's pregnant, very sensitive to smells. I almost made her puke with my Perfume de Marly Herod. So I was very careful of what I chose, and luckily got these in the mail to try down there. Hermetica. I'm trying to do a big reveal, even though my title gives it away. Check this out. Get a box. I'm doing Mega Flower from the brand today. One of my last ones to try for full day wearings. All the ones I've reviewed have been worn twice already. I've been gone. Nice color to this one. These are billed as molecular perfumes. We'll get into the opening. I think I'll just do it. I have two that I'll really talk about the brand because one specific fragrance, it makes sense to go into what the brand is. It's different, definitely different fragrances. I think there's a place for it. Today we're doing Greenlion from Hermetica. So thanks for finding the channel. I'm Brandon with Therapeutic Fragrance. Stay tuned for the review. All right, guys, Greenlion by Hermetica. Nothing too particular about juice. Check out this case that you get. I bought the case. I had a discount already on the purchase I was doing, so I added this to. They put it up that day, and I read the science behind it. It's brand new science on synthetics, naturals, and smells. They call themselves molecular perfumes. So decided to, I'm already in the middle of this. Let's throw these guys into and do this beautiful. This is, what a way to sample. This was what the discount was under $30. I think it's 35 without discount. Totally worth it. Without that, I think you get the money back towards a bottle. Also, you get the book is some of the best paper descriptions ever. The paper feels really, really cool. I used to have to do print for some marketing. I did. This is expensive paper. It's super nice. So it's all out. The packaging here. All right, let's get into these fragrances. I'm going to try to do the overview here, and I'll point back to this video on top here. I'm going to do it in the next section. Let's do this first. Greenlion Hermetica. So these $195, 100 ml, right at $2 an ml on the perfumes. EDPs is the concentrations. When you spray them on, they spray on like an oil almost. Launched in 2018, getting a 4 out of 5 on Hermetica. Grain of salt. They all have a few votes on there. Just the first few people love them. So the Hermetica founders, John and Clara Malloy, decided to create a revolutionary collection by not choosing between natural ingredients or synthetic molecules, but using a combination of the two. The hybrid formula using unique patented technology, Innocent, and developed by Simrise, is a first ever in the fragrance industry. The alcohol-free formula reveals immediately the heart of the fragrance. This is all important to understand. We'll get into Greenlion here. It's supposed to be a green musky fragrance that plays on the contrast between strength and sensuality. Aromatic freshness is the first thing you're supposed to smell by basil and juniper. Spicy notes of carbon. Powerful characters added by rosemary oil and lily of the valley molecule, wrapped in essential warmth produced by amberwood molecule. Okay. These are out of France. Fragrance families, green, unisex. 100% 50-50 on this. On Greenlion. Fragrance notes. Cassis base 345, juniper berry oil, basil oil, orange blossom molecule, rosemary oil, patchouli oil, molecular distillation, whatever that means, and musk molecule. That must be some of their house accord, the molecular distillation. These totally spray like oils. They're different. These are different than perfumes. They need. This house has kind of a little bit of an uphill battle, I think, in educating the market. Here's what I have for these. I think there's a huge market for perfumes like this. I think people that don't wear perfumes, this is their perfume to try. A big problem in the market that I've been hitting on here is you go to your counter, Macy's counter, whatever, Nordstrom, perfume counter in the mall, get the hundreds of test strips that they just push at you because they're just trying to get you to buy it, right? They have the whole sales team. They're trained in conferences. It's literally just pushing scent strips, trying to get likes, and then they have a whole method to get you to buy. So a lot of people, haven't had a fragrance for a while, so they're like, oh, I need one. They end up liking a fragrance and buy it. Problem with that is, we all know, us frag heads know, is once you get home and put that fragrance on the next day at work, guess what? When you smelled at the mall, one, your skin can change it drastically, and two, it transitions, and people aren't educated about that. They don't tell you that at the mall. They care about the sell. That's it. They might tell you dry down, they might tell you this, but it's all rushed. It's all has nothing to do with chemistry and what it really smells like. It's just to get you to buy that and get you out of there. Get the money in the register. So all of a sudden, 30 minutes, they love it. They get to work, it transitions on them. And all of a sudden, it's a different perfume. And I think there's a big market where people just give up on perfume because of that. They're really simple things. They like their vanillas. They like their citruses. That's what they want. They don't want nothing else. Okay, why am I saying all this? This is the category I put my mom into it. She has one vanilla she loves, and it literally doesn't change. It from top to bottom, it's vanilla. It is what it is. I try to give her other vanillas, and if the top smells okay, she'll put it on, but the transitions, then she doesn't like it. She likes her one vanilla. These fragrances, let's get to these. For the most part, I really only had a couple that do minor transitions, but what you smell off of first spray is really what you get. And it's a good thing. So I want to put that out there. I think this is a needed part in the market. These are long-lasting fragrances. They're mind-shifting fragrances. You put these up to your nose, and they're powerful. And I'm like, I'm going to blow up a room here. That's literally how I feel. You put your hand or wrist down, as long as you didn't spray around the neck or wherever you spray. But I put my wrist down, the sillage is soft. I'm like, that is strange. Because usually when something's that strong off my wrist, I'm blowing up a room and I'm worried. I tried these before my trip and knew that's what they were. So I was like, oh, these are perfect to wear spring break. This and a couple sandalwoods, I'll be fine, grab a nude, and I'm set for the week. So I took these down, ended up just testing these like crazy. And that's what they were, just basic smells, good. You guys know me, know my channel. I'm just putting this out there really quick. I'm going to score these. They're worth being scored. They're worth being in the market. For my personal collection, I love transitions. I love layering oils, just at $2 an ml. It's just a little too pricey for me right now to have as layering ones. I could see me owning one out of the collection. We'll get to it in a review. But for the most part of what they are, not for big time frag heads that love big transitions. for your friends and whatnot, these are the ones that don't wear perfume. That test strip. That's the smell you get. That's the smell you're going to wear. This is for them. Huge. It's a huge market for this. I know of no other perfume that really does this consistently. As far as a brand and house, each house has those perfumes that really don't transitions. They're vanilla bombs, cedar bombs. We call them that. Have the one scent going on, but as far as a house of consistency, this is it. And I have a ton of people I would drive to these perfumes to try for those reasons. All right. I'm going to point, long story on this one, long rant, more talk on Hermetica. On this one, I'm going to point everybody back to this video for that. We'll see if I cut it up and make its own thing. And there's one particular fragrance. I'll go into it a bit more in that fragrance. It's the amber one, if you guys are curious. Wait for that. Okay, Greenlion. Whoosh. Let's do this. Greenlion, Hermetica. Orange blossom, basil are the aromatics that open the fragrance. They stick around for a good 90 minutes before you get rid of any basil. Orange blossom is in most of the fragrance. A familiar patchouli is there. Honestly, it's not the patchouli that's super, super sharp that I've reviewed like crazy. It's a little bit softer. I don't think it's clearwood. That one was way soft. I think I wouldn't even be able to define. Clearwood's easy to hide as a patchouli. And I don't think it's, they say oil, patchouli oil. So it's decent patchouli that is off the top. The musk I pull from it is more of a hydrosol musk versus a white, soft little bit of fresh musk. That I'm pulling off the sniff of this might be due to the orange blossom oil with the mix of the cassis oil. Juniper is soft touch. Any fans of patchouli, this is the fragrance from the house for you. It is a modern take on patchouli. I think it'll give you a big twist on patchouli that you're used to. Most of the top, heart, and base, I smell the patchouli in it. Basil is replaced with a bit of rosemary that comes on. I'd like to see a little more rosemary there or another aromatic at that point. Nonetheless, it's called Greenlion. Very green, herbal, with the patchouli base and the herbs on top in the form of basil and rosemary. I would just like to see something a little more there to make it more interesting for me. Not a great transitioning perfume. I only got the one transition after 90 minutes where basil moved out. Maybe the juniper died off a little bit. But then again, I reflect back all the patchoulis I went through, every one of them, at least I can remember. That's a bad thing when it's locked in your memory. Is sweet, had vanilla in it, and I know that's probably not true. It's just funny how the whole thing worked that way. This is one that is not sweet. It's a patchouli that not sweet at all. It's green, herbaceous, herbal, in the form of rosemary and basil herbs. When I say herbal, so for that reason, this is a must sample for fans of patchouli. It's a modern take. It's a manly, more of I don't want to say manly because there's no sweets in it. More of a garden take of patchouli. Just very green, a bit watery, a bit little dense as the oil stays. Again, the house, it plays with your mind. The sillage is not what you'd expect after you spray it in your skin, so don't worry about it. You're going to get very strong whiffs wherever you spray this, but the sillage is very, very soft. I don't know how they do that. It's different for me. I've never smelled something that powerful that has that soft sillage. Just a green animalic take on patchouli, surrounded by green everything, thus Greenlion. That's really what I have for the fragrance, not much else. Scoring for Greenlion, Hermetica, Addictiveness, originality, 11 out of 15. Projection and sillage, 3 out of 5. Longevity, a 3 out of 5. Composition, a 22 out of 25. Ingredients and price to ml, an 18 out of 25. The fragrance is top, heart, and base. The top is 7 out of 10. The heart, a 4 out of 5. The base, an 8 out of 10. I'll give this a score of 76. Decamp this. I can see this as somebody's signature scent all year long. A manly man that is looking for nothing sweet and it's just a fan of patchouli, of greener notes, and definitely see like, oh, finally a fragrance for me. In a house, I don't really know nothing that's to this level, that's clean and easy to wear around everyone. And I see a lot of men that flock to this, even though I called it 50-50. Women, you patchouli fans, try it out also. Who do I see wearing this one? Rick Steves. And 3 to 5 sprays for me. That's what I have, guys, for Greenlion, Hermetica. Peace out. You guys be blessed.